Sam Bankman-Fried is going to get jailed for life. The SEC is now coming after Sam and a bunch more. We're going to hop straight into it. Take a look at our first story for today. If you didn't hear, the CPI for November came out, and take a look at this. U.S. headline inflation fell to 7.1% in November, lower than expected. 7.3% was what was expected, and we saw 7.1%. Hooray, let's go. U.S. core CPI fell to 6% in November, lower than expected. And guys, if you didn't know, CPI is the way we measure inflation in the U.S., and also, energy, gasoline, electricity, and utility gas prices are in deflation right now, U.S. CPI data shows. And off this news, the price of Bitcoin rallied. Let's go. Bitcoin pumped. Come on, chart. Let's go. Bitcoin pumped. Gold pumped. And equities pumped too. Now, why is everything pumping? Well, first of all, inflation came in lower than expected. And what investors are seeing out of this is, all right, so a 50 basis point rate hike is probably going to happen this week. Now, the question is, will there be another rate hike after this week? And it had been predicted we were going to see a 50 this week and then a 50 at the next meeting. And now it's probably going to look at, because of this new data that's coming out, investors saying, hey, maybe instead of a 50 basis rate hike at the next rate hike, it's only 25 because inflation's lower. And that's why the markets got bullish, yada, yada, yada. Everyone's, in this kind of market, bulltards get bullish off of anything. And here's something that's a little bit sus. I'm going to call this out. Just a few minutes before the CPI data was released, Tether coordinated with Binance to perform a chain swap, converting from Tron to Ethereum ERC20 for $3 billion USDT. The Tether total supply will not change during the process. Little weird before the CPI. Just going to put that out there so you guys know. And now we are going to get into everything that's going on with Sam and FTX. The story of the bear market, multiple stories of the bear market, but one of the biggest stories of the bear market. Take a look at this. The SEC has charged Sam Bankman-Fried now for conducting a years-long fraud in FTX. And here's the whole press release on the official website of the SEC. As it says here, defendant concealed his diversion of FTX customers' funds to crypto trading firm Alameda Research while raising more than $1.8 billion from investors. And as it says down here, since at least May 2019, FTX based in the Bahamas raised more than $1.8 billion from equity investors, including approximately $1.1 billion from approximately 90 base U.S. investors. And take a look at it says down here, here's what Mr. Gary Gensler had to say about the situation. We allege that Sam Bankman-Fried built a house of cards on a foundation of deception while telling investors that it was one of the safest buildings in crypto. Yeah, we're going to come back to Gary because Gary's, he could be in some trouble. Really suspect shit going on. And then take a look at this. Sam Bankman-Fried is facing 8 charges, which could total up to 165 years in prison or life because nobody's ever lived to live 165 years. And this is actually more than Bernie Madoff was charged. Bernie Madoff was charged 150 years, but at the same time, Bernie Madoff was also 70 years old when he was charged, so he was on his way out anyways. And then take a look at this. Here, this is where things get a little interesting. The SEC chair, Mr. Gensler right here, says we are ready to take action against other crypto companies violating U.S. securities law. Now, what could this mean? This could mean some people saying, oh, crypto's dead. Oh, they're going to come after everybody. I don't know. At the end of the day, here's the thing. The SEC only exists in the U.S. The SEC does have some pull in other countries, but what's going to happen is, hypothetically in a scenario where crypto just gets completely banned, well, other countries, it's just, people are just going to go to other countries, and then other countries like the Bahamas and shit, a lot of these other, little countries, they're like, yeah, come here, bring all the money here, bring all the money here. So if the U.S. blocks away innovation, they're just fucking dumbasses. Anyways, but take a look at this. On page 6 of the complaint against Sam Bankman-Fried, the CFTC called Ether and Tether commodities. So this is a pretty interesting thing I saw. So as it says here, a digital, and this is going back to, we're talking about, what's a digital asset, what's this, what's going to get regulated. Take a look at this. A digital asset is anything that can be stored and transmitted electronically and has associated ownership or use rights. Digital assets include virtual currencies such as Bitcoin, Ether, and Tether, which are digital representations of value that function as mediums of exchange, units of account, or stores of value. Certain digital assets are commodities, including Bitcoin, Ether, and Tether, and that is the golden word because you want to be labeled as a commodity. Because if you're labeled as a commodity, then you won't be labeled as a security. And the whole thing is the SEC is saying, oh, all these cryptocurrencies are securities and blah, blah, blah. But according to this, they're giving Ether and Tether, whatever they want. And then take a look at this, guys. This is where it gets really sus for Gary Gensler. So, take a look at this. It says here, From the inception of FTX, Bankman-Fried diverted FTX customer funds to Alameda, and he continued to do so until FTX's collapse in November of 2022. So what do you think about this whole thing? That implies that Gary Gensler knew the whole time this shit was going on. We knew Sam was tapped in with DC. Sam had DC in his back pocket. It's a reason why it took over a month for them to arrest him. And we know he was also really tapped in with Gary Gensler too. And now Gary, it's coming out. Dude, bro, Gary knew about this shit the whole time and just did nothing about it. Which is absolutely fucked. And I think this dude, he's got to get, I don't know what's going to happen, but he's got to go. He has got to go ASAP. Someone's got to fucking take him to the fucking courts or some bullshit. And then take a look at this funny, interesting clip. Yeah, so Sam Bankman-Fried is now at a court in the Bahamas. And yeah, shit is absolutely chaotic. What's going on down there? Madness. Absolute madness. And then to our last story of the day. This is something nobody's really talking about. Shout out to Wall Street Silver for calling this out. So, does anybody know where these two other big FTX guys are? Nishad Singh got away with $554 million. And we don't know where he is. And Gary Wang, the other co-founder of FTX, got away with at least $224 million. And these guys did the right thing if you were in that situation. They just got the fuck out. The reality is you know, you could be chilling in some random fucking place in the middle of Asia. You could be in somewhere random in Russia in some underground bunker where, you know, the U.S. authorities can't get to you. And Sam Bankman-Fried's dumbass stuck it out in the Bahamas. I guess being a good law-abiding citizen, but I mean, these two guys might have just gotten away with absolute fuck you money. So, really, really interesting stuff going on here. And yeah, it's absolutely action-packed, guys. I'm out here at fucking 11 a.m. making this video, and there's just shit going boom, 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 boom. So I might have to bring another video for y'all today. And yeah, also, make sure to follow me on all my socials and follow me on fucking Twitter. I'm dropping heaters on Twitter. If you want the news ASAP quick, you should be following me on Twitter. And yeah, thanks for watching.